about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if we need to stop, you need to go to the toilet or anything, just hit me up and we can pause it. But I reckon we're gonna be sweet to go.
Let's go.
All right, let's get it. G'day, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Cool Dad Collective podcast, the podcast that is for dads by dad, talking everything there is to talk about fatherhood. And I'm very, 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 very stoked today. I've got a very special guest coming from the Gold Coast. I really appreciate you making all the way, the drive down, Raf. But Rafael Garcia, I'm very, very stoked to have you on. You are a man that knows his way around running. And I do want to talk about, obviously we're here for more than that, but mate, firstly, thank you so much for coming on and sort of going through your story today. I think your story is a fantastic one. I am always obsessed with when I hear about someone, especially a dad, who's doing something that is superhuman almost. And whenever I talk to you, I guess, ultra marathon runners, I always feel like you guys are the personification of superhuman. So, Raf, thank you so much for coming on, brother. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you for having me, bro.
Oh, mate, anytime.
The drive was fine.
Yeah.
Yes, just an hour.
I'm surprised you didn't run.
I wouldn't start yesterday night.
Yeah. Mate, firstly, getting on, I did want to talk about one of the main reasons we're sort of having a chat today, and it's very, very important. I know we'll get to that very soon. But just going through to start off with, mate, your eldest daughter, is it eldest?
Yes, the oldest.
Eldest daughter is 6, who's obviously the one we're going to talk a lot about today, but we don't want to choose favorites in our kids.
Yes, of course.
But mate, dad of 2, do you want to run us through sort of your dad stats or your dad dynamics? What have we got going on?
Yes, so I became a dad in 2020 of beautiful Sophie. She's 6 now, just turned 6 a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then in 2022, we welcomed the second one, Bronte. She's just a fire on.
Yeah. So I'm like, is it two girls?
2 girls. Yes.
Oh, mate, you and I have so much in common already.
Yeah.
I can already tell. Yeah. How's that going with the 2 girls and the two year age gap?
Yeah. Oh, they're beautiful. They just play each other. They send role models. Both of them wanna be a mom. So most of the time I am the baby of the house.
Yeah.
So it's so funny when they get in that mood. It's like, oh, you my baby. Oh, baby.
Yeah, and you're kind of just like, you have a younger sibling. Why do I have to be the baby?
So yeah, I always the baby.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I feel that so much, man. Or like you have to play, but you have to be the baby, but you have to play by their rules.
Oh, of course. Of course. I can't cry. I can't do anything.
No, you have to be a good baby.
Yeah.
And the amount of times you're just like, yeah, but you don't do that. And they're like, yeah, but I'm a good baby. And you're like, what the hell, man?
Go to sleep. Okay,
I have to go to sleep.
I'll wake up. Yeah. Oh, that's the best. Wake up. Wait, I just asleep now.
Yeah. Oh, dude. When you get into that point where we're like, hey, I could actually get around this game. This game is me laying down, pretending I'm asleep, but it's the constant yelling at you to immediately wake up. You're like, there's no relaxation here, bro. It's insane, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're just always on the fire.
Mate, always. It never stops, I feel like. And I always find this funny because like the preconceived notion is obviously if you have 2 girls, it's a lot more chill, which I would say it is in some regards. Yeah. But I feel like, man, look at my nails, bro. Like this is I had to paint my nails yesterday just so I could watch the footy. Like I was like, I'll paint my nails if for the next 20 minutes I can just sit down and watch. You can paint them. Like I got glitter on these ones, I got red on these ones. I'm lucky I didn't get my toenails done, but I was like, you know what? I'll take this. Yeah. I'll take this because this means quiet. So that's like a dad perk for girls, but also
it's different personality. Because I have friends that they have boys, and the boys' energy is way more intense than the girls.
Yeah.
But my girls are full on all day.
Oh yeah.
So they wanna play out. They wanna just screaming, jump, do girl things as well. But they are a little bit more chill on that sense. Like, like boys have more energy, more like outgoing, more rough.
Yeah.
They are more sensible. So you need to be careful what you say or how you say it. You can't just raise the voice because that it's going to be a cry.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. You're speaking volumes here. Like literally, I know that feeling. Like there's so many times where I sort of reflect, and I guess like, did you come from a family? What did you have siblings?
Yes. 2 boys.
There you go. Yeah. I came from, dude, we are exactly the same. I had 2 boys. I'm the oldest of 2 boys. And my dad's method, and I'm not saying it wasn't bad. Like my dad was a fantastic dad, like in terms of like never hit us or anything like that, but was always like very stern, like, hey, don't do that. And this is why we're not going to do that. And, you know, there were probably some times where we pushed him to the edge where he probably could have swung, but he didn't. So thanks, Dad. But the dynamic is so different than if that's your experience. You go to two girls. I don't know if you get like this either, man, but it's like, you know, you have to pull yourself back. Like there's times where you just want to like get in, like do similar to what your parents did. Like, hey, still like, you know, stern voice. But then you're like, I don't think this is going to work in this situation. You know what I mean? Have you ever sort of got yourself into that point where you're like, fuck, okay, I need to recalibrate here?
So, yes, of course. Sorry, we are, me and my brother. So we two. So we always grown up playing baseball and out and all the stuff. My family.
Just really quickly, where did you grow up?
Venezuela.
Oh wow! Yeah. Wow, so different. Yeah, go.
So yeah, it was cool. But my brother moved to America when he was 16. So we have six years gap. So we didn't grow up very much together.
Okay.
So in my house was my auntie and my mom and my dad. So I grown up with girls very much.
Yeah.
So I do have that girly energy as well.
Yeah.
In the way of like, I can understand more the girls. I feel more comfortable when I around girls.
Yeah.
So that for me is like, yeah, I feel okay on that environment. Like now in my house, there are 3 girls and me. You know,
yeah, I feel that. And I've got a dog as well who's a girl. I'm fully outnumbered, bro. Like
yeah, so is that like you always know that they're gonna be different hormones, different state of what they're gonna feel, how you need to treat them. Like so I've been grown up as a like that, as a man, but in a woman's environment.
Yeah, I get you. Have you found needing to you've needed to work on your sort of emotional intelligence in terms of, or did you feel like you or always had that?
Yeah, I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
To be honest, so it's really easy to go with emotion with the girls as well.
Yeah.
But say that as well. Of course, I am a boy.
Yeah.
So I have like, just please stop.
Yeah.
So we live in a place here in the Gold Coast as we have backyard. So every time that I hear somebody's crying, somebody's screaming, you just grab one. The one they have the most intense energy in that moment. So I grab one and put it on the grass, and magic. That's it.
It is, hey. It
magic.
Is. It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
well, it's grounding.
Yeah.
You know,
do you feel like, because, so for example, I hear a lot about like the grounding stuff and just the going outside stuff. And like coming from me, I'm a big skeptic, right? And I, not in a way of like, I'm like, oh, that's BS. It doesn't work. But I'm like, I don't know if it does or not. But I will say, since having kids, the element of sunlight, being outside, being on the grass, mate, when people tell me about those things, saying like there's actual like stuff around that, I can't help but agree because I've seen it with my own eyes. Whether I'm big into the whole grounding thing or not, I've seen it work. It works. It's incredible.
It's magic.
Yeah, it really is.
Magic.
Yeah.
So I've been learning about grounding since I was 14.
Yeah.
So one of my uncle, he did have cancer.
Yeah, okay.
We live back home in like a big house, and my mom was always in meditation, all that type of stuff. I'm putting up us as doing as well.
Yeah.
In that time, but at that time you don't understand what is going on. You're like, yeah, this is so boring. My mom again. Like we went to meditation carnival, something like that. Like we were meditating for 3 days.
That's
and
insane.
like I was like 14.
And you did it and everything?
Yeah, because my mom putting us on that situation, you know? And then
so you just went and you're like, all right, fine.
And then like you're just closing your eyes and you're like, oh, this is so boring. Oh, fuck. I don't know why to be here. And then you just open your eyes and see all the old ladies doing it, and you're like, why I am here?
Dude, that's so funny.
It's
like
crazy. And now that I see a lot of that in perspective, it's like, I was in another level.
Yeah, dude.
She was in another level, and now like, I need to apply this in my life.
Well, I was just thinking to myself right then, just given I know you're like my biggest thing when I look at ultra marathon runners like yourself, and like we were speaking about a guy we mutually know, Chris, you guys do just when I hear about somebody, like for example, I went back because I like going back through and I went through your 100-hour run, right? I don't know when you did that. I just randomly was going through the video series on your account. And my biggest thing, it was the same with like when Ned Brockman was doing the run around. My first thought isn't about how physically you do it, because physically I'm aware of how you do it. You know, it's going to hurt. You got to push. My biggest thing around ultra marathon runners is I don't know how you guys manage your thoughts, because your thoughts to be alone in your head doing something that hard for that long, I don't know how you guys do it. It's incredible. And hearing you say that your mum used to make you meditate when you're 14 for like 3 hours at a time or 3 days at a time, it makes so much sense. Do you sort of attribute how you can keep your head in those long runs to the fact that, like, sounds like your mum was a bit of a savage when it came to meditation, bro? Like,
yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's just, but you're right. It's a lot of mental game that you need to push through. Like physical, of course, it's gonna hurt. You know that. You putting a lot of effort and training on this, but the mental side is in another level of you need to change your perspective, how you see the negative path.
Yeah.
So in that sense is, for example, you know that this is not gonna be forever. This is gonna pass. Even if you're in the worst holes, you know that hole is gonna change. So you always need to be in your mind thinking about positive and how you can change the story on your brain. So you will be able to keep pushing through, to keep moving forward. So yeah, that is like what we get to into like when we were running those big long distance.
It's incredible, man. It really is, because I feel like that's something that mentality of it's going to suck. Like, I think going into things, going into like, I think people sort of have this idea of it. Like, when you go into something and you say, this is going to suck, people are like, oh, well, that's a negative attitude. And you're like, no, but that's a realistic attitude. Like, I'm being real with myself that I'm going to go through some shit right now. And I think being able to compartmentalize that, but then change your brain while you're doing it to be like, hey, this is why I'm doing it. This is how I'm going to keep myself busy. I think that is so amazing. It's something that is so applicable to doing so many other hard things. And I think immediately parenting.
Yeah, and everything in life.
Yeah,
like,
everything's hard. Everything's hard.
It's like, I just watched a video yesterday of Kelly Slater. It's like, you need to, and he was talking about like his way that he catch, and he was like, oh, I am fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then he need to accept what you are. So that's the same. Like you know there's gonna be sucks. You know it's gonna be hard. You know it's gonna be, but you need to accept it. In the moment, it's like, this is horrible. I don't wanna be here.
Yeah.
This is heading everywhere, but you need to accept it. And then when you accept that it's hard, you just can move forward. Like, oh, how I can solve this problem.
Yeah.
And it's the same with parenting. It's like, okay, cool. This moment is hard. Is if I get to that emotion, if I match the emotion of my kid, it's not gonna help.
Yeah.
And so I need to drop my emotion, and you can be rational because they don't understand. But you need to try to explain to them, like, doing this is not gonna help.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that you can do. But they're not gonna understand because they're emotional. So you just take them outside, putting on the grass, and then they calm down, and then you explain when they calm, like, acting like this is not gonna help. Isn't like, for example, last night, she want ice on the bottle. She have like this tube that you put in water, you put in the freezer, they get cold.
Yeah, it cools down. Yeah,
and then you put it. They found it yesterday, and I want this on my water bottle. My wife, okay, cool. Put in the water, put it in the fridge. I want that to be ready, frozen now. It can't.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
It can't. So I just hear that in the background. Wah, wah. My wife upset, everybody upset. So I come outside. Like, doing this is not going to make this go frozen quicker. It's not happening. How can we solve this problem? Can I put in ice? Yes. Cool. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Like little things like that. I think that's incredible. So do you think you mentioned before, like, yeah, your wife was like, oh, what's going on? Do you feel like I guess, do you feel like you guys take turns in terms of who's the calm one, or do you find yourself do you think you're sort of the more calm one in that? Because I feel like in my house, it's always my wife. My wife is always the calm one, and she's taught me. I just had not because I'm not that way, but to catch myself to go like, oh, hang on, I'm getting. Why am I feeling so emotional here? Why am I feeling so angry here? Do you find that you're the one in the house that sort of or do you and your wife do the same sort of roles, just switch it up depending on how you're feeling?
It depends how the day went.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah,
And who has dealt more with the kid on that day.
Yeah, perfect.
So the examples, like there is days as I go for a long run, come back. Of course, I'm gonna be tired. Of course, I'm gonna be more angry, more like on my mind of like, oh, I can't just wanna chill.
I know you mean.
And those days, my wife realizes I know in the best patient move.
Yeah.
So she take control.
Yeah, man.
So, and then the other way around, like my wife feel tired, she didn't have a good night's sleep, or she have stress at work or anything, and I just, okay, cool, this is my moment of shine.
Yeah.
So we just take turns, pretty much.
That's amazing. You sort of like fill up, I guess. So Kia and I look at like percentages. So like after a day, and when I say like, it's always funny, bro, when you say long run. So if I say long run, I'm talking maybe like, I'm going on a 5K run. When you say long run, you're talking like you're pushing like
30Ks.
There we go. 30Ks. Yeah. So when you're like, I come home, I'm a little bit tired, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, yeah, dude, I can fully see that. But yeah, like I feel like you do have to sort of measure those sort of like percentages. Does your wife run as well?
Yeah,
so you're kind of like measuring okay.
And we understand each other for that reason. Like she did 2 weeks ago 100Ks. 25 hours.
You guys are nuts.
25 hours run for a charity.
Maybe that was maybe I saw the videos of your wife doing it. I think it was. Yeah.
2 weeks ago I did 110.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. There you go. That's so sick that you both do that.
Yeah.
So dude, that's so cool. But going back to sort of obviously, the parenting thing, and obviously the parenting thing, but the grounding thing and stuff like that. And I really feel like, I guess you and your wife now, and we can sort of touch on the circumstances that you're going through now. I feel like you and your wife, how you guys manage to do what you do, both training, both doing like all the stuff that you do. And, we can see it, or if you're not watching the video, like you're a massive, massive advocate for epilepsy. And I guess in particular, like kids with epilepsy, because of your daughter as well. So your daughter, and we can sort of go into that now. Your daughter, at the age of 2, was it?
8 months.
8 months, far out. So, mate, I'm gonna let you explain, because you touched on before we started on the way you found out about your daughter having epilepsy, and I thought the story was pretty incredible to a point where I wanted to sort of stop you in the story so that you could tell it on here, so it's fresh on here. But going through your daughter's first seizure at 8 months, can you walk us through what that was like? Because, I don't mean to say it in a negative way, but that's probably a parent's like worst nightmare, is experiencing that, and you experienced it. And mate, and the thing is too, bro, if you get emotional in this or anything like that, mate, just know I'm right here with you, because it's gonna hit me just as hard as it hits you, bro. So man, jump into it when you're ready.
Yeah, so there were 2 moments that was the hardest. Right, the first one was the first seizures, of course. That seizure was on the 20th of December, around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like this, just recently?
On 2020.
On 2020,
yeah,
okay.
When she was 8 months.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
So that's her first time that my wife and I see somebody having a seizure.
Yeah.
That's the first time that I heard the word seizure. Like I never in my life, like nothing,
wow, okay.
like especially coming from Spanish speaking.
Yeah.
Like you never heard that about. So yeah, I remember that I was in the kitchen. My daughter was having like a little fever, and she went to have a nap in the afternoon. And my wife was like, "Oh, I wanna keep it here on me." And I was like, "Oh, we have to do so many things. Just we need to clean the house. Let's just put it on the bed." And she like, "Nah, nah. I just something is not right. I'm gonna keep it on me." So then, like 3 or 4 minutes later, my daughter had start having seizing, and like her arm went, and what is this? She's she's having a seizure. My wife, like, yeah, what does it mean? What does that mean?
Yeah.
So you just go like crazy. Okay, call the ambulance. What we like? How we stop this? Like how what we do? We so everybody was so nervous. My wife called the ambulance, and the seizure keep going.
Yeah.
5 minute pass, keep going. The ambulance doesn't arrive. And my wife on the phone, is she breathing? Yes, she is. And she's still sitting. Yes, 10 minutes gone past. The ambulance doesn't arrive. And you're like, oh, fuck, let's jump in the car. Let's drive. Let's go to the hospital. Like, what we do? So we jump in the car. And the lady on the phone, like, no, don't go anywhere. Like, we can't keep stop. We can't. We need to move. We need to. So my wife and I fighting each other.
Yeah, which of course would happen in that situation,
Like,
right?
Because that's the first time that you see it. You have no idea what is going on. Anyway, so the ambulance arrived like 15 to 20 minutes. She's still sitting.
Far out.
They put her in the ambulance. He got out of the ambulance. We outside looking the ambulance with the door closed. And like the paramedic came to us and like, what do you have in the house? You have drugs. You have like, she drinks something. She like, what was wrong? And like, we so panicking. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we like, fuck, we missed that she eat something. We like, she was grabbing something and she ate something. Like, what is this from? He going there, and then my wife jumped in the ambulance. The seizure keep going. 30 minutes goes fast.
Oh,
and like, okay, cool. So the ambulance went. I jump in the car, driving the car behind, passing red light and all that stuff. Get to the hospital. Until 45, 50 minutes, the seizure stopped. They gave like some type of medication, and the seizure stopped.
Yeah.
But in that moment, we felt like we outside looking the ambulance. Imagine this picture. You outside looking the ambulance, and you're like, we lost a baby.
Yeah, dude, yeah, man.
We lost our baby. Like, we don't know like how you help, how you like manage, and then you, of course, after that, your heart rate over the roof, your nervous system over the roof, and you're always in alert. You're always constantly alert.
And it's like, it doesn't go away either. Like it almost and you know, this is just it's now almost, you're out of like the initial thing, but now it's the ongoing thing of that stress. And I know smaller scale, but you are someone who we'd always chat about, you know, my daughter and her health issues with her breathing. And I get, it sounds silly, but like you would hit me up all the time. I'd be like, how is she doing? How is she doing? And I totally get it. I get, because that's where your brain would have been after the epilepsy. Like it's constant. It's, is she okay? Is she okay? Is she okay? And I feel like that's almost like the worst part of it too. Like it's not just the initial bit, it's now the continuing ongoing stuff.
And when I was texting you, it was legit.
Yeah, no, like that's what I mean.
It wasn't because I want a connection or anything.
Yeah, I know.
And you probably will think, oh, this guy.
No way. No, dude, like, not at all, man. I felt, and that's one thing that's, I feel, because we've all had kids, we've all been there. And I know whenever I talk to someone whose kids have gone through something, I feel a genuine sense of care. Whenever you hit me up and you said, how is she? I never felt like, oh, this guy's, I was always like, this guy like just genuinely has been through stuff with his kids and knows how hard it is. So, man, firstly, I would always appreciate it. I know there's sometimes where I couldn't message you back, but it was mainly just because I was in the trenches too with the stuff. So, man, like on that, I really appreciated you hitting me up, because seeing your story and knowing that it came from such a place of care was really, really reassuring, man. So I know it probably didn't feel like much, but having people like you hit me up and tell me, hey, it's going to be okay. I hope it's okay. It meant a lot, man. Yeah. It meant a massive deal. And like hearing your story, I understand the logic behind it, because I know you've been there. You've been that, like, I would say yours was a lot worse than where mine was, but I get it. So now, obviously, after the seizure, like, and that instance, sort of where are you now with your daughter and everything like that?
Let's get back a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, you keep going, bro. You keep going. Sorry.
So, yeah, we went to the hospital and they were like, oh, this is a fiber conversion. Like, this is not going to happen again. Just go home. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not right.
Yeah, how do we just not worry about this now? Like you just flick a switch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good, it's done. Yes,
it's done.
Thanks,
man. It's not gonna happen again. And you're like, oh, okay. And then we start research straight away. We start research. Fever convulsion. What is this? Okay, cool. They max go by 5 minutes. This seizure went for 45 minutes.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense.
This is not this.
Yeah.
Months later, happen again. Same situation. She see she have a temperature, reach the temperature, see the hospital, go back.
Yeah.
What is this? Don't worry. This is a seizure convulsion.
Oh, dude.
Go home.
Yeah.
Do you have a virus? Just go home. 2 weeks later, happen again.
Same thing.
And you go there and you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
I need that you tell me what it is. Nothing. This is a fever convulsion. Go home. This is not going to happen again.
Yeah.
And we like, with my wife, like, you need to go and get it information. You, the nicest person in the world. You speak English. You can understand better the words and everything with the doctors. We not leaving the hospital until I have an answer.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, but here is not like this. And right, go home.
Yeah.
So, thank God we have an amazing GP.
Oh, that's so good, man.
An amazing GP.
Yeah. Is yours just randomly private or public?
Private.
Private. Yep. No, it's because we have the same relationship with our GP. It's a private GP. Yep. Mate, I know it comes from a place of privilege to be able to say, hey, we pay to go to the doctors, but we would not be with Summer's breathing and her respiratory stuff without our GP. Our GP was phenomenal. So yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So we went to the GP and she was like, I know a private neurology, but they have 6 month wait list. But he's my friends are going to put it through.
Amazing.
So we cut it out. In the next week, we have an appointment with the neurologist.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
And he saw her, she, whatever, and he said, I think you have Dravet syndrome.
Okay.
That is what he said.
Yeah.
So I need to do genetic tests, but this is gonna cost thousands of dollars. But I will try to do it on the public side.
Yeah.
So next time, like she have a seizure, we went there. We say we seen by this doctor, by this private doctor.
Yeah.
And he requests the genetic test.
Yeah.
And that is when we get back the result when she was 1 year. So it passed like 6 months after.
Oh, far out. 6 months of just
knowing.
Like, yeah, dude. Oh my God.
So in this time, the neurology putting her on some type of medication because he was guessing that is what the syndrome that she has. But one of the medications specifically have a side effect on my daughter.
Okay.
So that one creating chronic seizures.
Okay. So in order to stop the seizures, one of the
in order to stop the seizure, we put in 2 medications. So one was Keppra.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the other one.
Right.
So every time that she have a seizure, she need to have another one.
Yeah.
And that other one cause her chronic seizures. That's what's the side effect.
What's a micro? Is it just like a
jerk?
Small? Okay, because like a okay.
So we were holding Sophie, and then she jerked.
Oh wow! Okay.
And you're like, this is not normal. Like then you feel it.
Yeah.
And then we in our mind like a big seizure is coming.
Yeah, it's sort of like that. You almost like preemptive. You're like, oh
Correct.
God, what's okay? Wow, far out, dude.
And then she will have those ones 10, 20 a day.
Fine.
So it's like, and you're like, oh.
And you hold your breath and you just hopefully, yeah.
Okay, it's just this one. It's just a second, like it's just jump.
Yeah.
You know when you're sleeping and you like jump on the bed.
Okay, good. Yeah. I didn't want to be like say the same thing, but like the only thing I could liken it to is I get like that. You feel like you're falling off a cliff when you're about to fall asleep. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they can get really like I've had some of those moments where like I really like kick out and I like get stressed out that I'm gonna hurt someone.
Yeah. That's just exactly how they feel.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Especially if you're carrying there. Like,
that would be surprising as like
yeah. So and you know that's just a different move or normal move from child. So then we didn't get the diagnostic straight away. So that is the second time that she was the Hara.
Yeah.
She have a seizure. And we went to the hospital, 30 minutes pass, 40 minutes pass, an hour pass.
Oh my God.
Hour and a half pass. And keep going. The seizure, keep going.
So the whole time?
The whole time.
And what could they see that it was, and they just
couldn't stop it.
They
gave her drugs. They gave her
oh my God.
more medication. They gave her a lot of stuff until they decided to intubate her.
Oh, dude.
And when you see 1-year-olds intubated, like you like how this is possible.
Yeah.
How can I help? Like it's nothing on my power that I can do to help my daughter.
Oh, man. That's so dude, it's like that's your worst. That's the I think in terms of parenting, excuse me. that's as bad as like that's a super tough one to deal with, man. Like I think in any regard, but on the flip side, man, I feel like you must think about that image when you're doing like the runs. Like I can only think how unstoppable you feel when you're running. You're feeling the hurt locker and you picture that and you're like, and because, we'll go into it soon, but that's why you're running, right? Yeah. That's why you're doing these things. So like, I think I always find it amazing when people turn such pain like that into such power. And I think you're a testament of doing that, like hearing those stories, knowing how, and I don't know how that feels, but I know from the small sort of, I guess, experiences we've had with Summer in hospital and never to that point, but you get the same feeling of like powerlessness so hectically. And, even on that, this is going on for a while. Like she was 8 months. So how old was she when this happened?
A year.
A year. So your wife was close to being pregnant with the second one around this time, right? Like
no, that was a year after. 2
years
after.
Okay, year after. Okay, cool.
They're so 2.5 years apart.
Yeah, okay, 2.5. Okay, cool.
So
oh man, how did you sort of, because I know for me, after that long, like, did you find yourself getting angry at the hospital? Like, were you getting mad or, because that's a tough one, right? Because you're angry, but you don't know who to direct the anger at, right? Like, and it's almost it feels even worse, right? Like, how did you cope with that sort of circumstances in the hospital as well?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
And that affect the couple as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not just because both angry, both stressed, how you deal with the little things.
Oh.
And the worst thing of living this is this happen, and then, okay, what we want to have for dinner?
Yeah. That's so true. Life still continues. That's so. Hey man, we got to go pay for parking. I'm sitting here with my daughter who's having a seizure, and I don't know. And I feel like I want to literally punch a doctor. And now I got to go down and pay $30 for parking. Like that's so fair. It's the things you don't think about, right? Like I can only imagine like little things that might like, oh, now I got to get in the car, and then my car's out of fuel. I got to go get fuel for my car. Like that's so fair. I don't even think about that stuff. Yeah.
Like now I laugh, but in that moment,
at the time,
like, oh, fuck! I have to move the car. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna park the car now?
Mate, I had that's those things, we had the time where I think Summer had to go, and this is so I don't know how to sort of like, obviously, given I knew Summer was going to be okay, but I remember Summer being in hospital, and I remember being like, oh, this is so, I hate this, like, we got to make sure she's okay with this medication. Oh, I gotta play my soccer game real quick, and then I'll come back, because I'm like, it's a grand final, I gotta, and she's okay, she's obviously gonna be fine. I wouldn't, but it's trying to get my head in the frame of mind of like, oh, I gotta go do things, I gotta go, like, actually I gotta go pick my other daughter up from kindy while we're terrified here. Like, dude, that's so fair. Like, the actual life continues, and I guess that's the worst part. Like, it doesn't pause.
No.
I feel like that's like an adult thing. Like, nothing pauses. Like, when you're a kid, you could be like, hey, I need like a day to just get over this. Is that adult life? They're like, no, we're gonna keep going.
And putting on top of that,
Yeah.
well, okay, she having seizures, I have to go back to work.
Mm.
How you show up to work?
Oh my god, dude! Especially if you have what do you do for work? Sorry, man.
I work in a factory printing t-shirts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But even still, you're working with other people. After that situation, having to go back to work, you're probably not the nicest person to work with after that situation, right?
Yeah, I did have like really dark moments
Yeah.
at work, but I am so lucky and so grateful for the boys at work.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Like when I have this picture, and this is the thing that I most grateful of, is enter to the office, see my boss,
Yeah.
and say, my daughter have epilepsy,
Yeah.
and just break and cry.
Yeah.
And those guys cry with me.
That's so sick, man. That's what you want, man. That's the best way to be. When you're around people and you feel safe enough to like be emotional. I like, so many things in my life have been helped by the people I work with. Like, it's half the reason I never want to leave where I work, because the money, all that stuff, like, you obviously work there because of the money, because you want to get paid. But when you're with a group and you get to go every single day with a group of guys where you get to like hang out, be yourself, be supported, it means way more than an income. Like, that's why I always sort of tell people, like, if you're in a job, whatever it pays, if you can put food on the table every day you go to that job and you don't feel like you hate it, that's a huge win, because 80% of the world goes to work every day and hates it. If you're part of the 20, no matter how much you're getting paid, where you get to get up every morning and go, sick, I get to go to work today, that's a fucking huge win. Like, no matter fame, money, whatever, you could take all that. If you get to go to work every day with the people that you really like and it's good for your mental health, you're already winning. Like, that's a huge win. And I reckon you're someone who could definitely agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, that moment for me was like, those guys are my family.
Yeah.
I will work here forever.
Absolutely.
Like,
isn't it funny how some bosses just don't get that? Like, if you just hire like really a good supportive network of people, you're going to have happier staff. You're going to have staff that actually want to be there and want to work hard and want to like be around the crew. And I think that's super important from like a work sort of area. So going to work, your mates obviously helped you a lot.
Yeah. Like, we cry, and then we were like, okay, cool. This is how can we help?
Yeah.
How can we support you?
Yeah.
How this is not going to define her. Like, all that encourage, like, we're going to make sure that everything is fine.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool. Feel supported. Feel
That's like,
cool,
it's
no me alone, try to fight for myself. And then, like, it's just getting all these people on your side. You feel like, so still really grateful that at the moment, thank God, my daughter having no many seizures.
Yeah.
She have one every 3-4 a month.
Okay.
So it's more manageable.
Yeah.
But you still have, like, when past 3 weeks, and you're like, when the next one coming?
Yeah, you're almost counting it down, right?
Yes,
like,
yes.
have you? Yeah.
And so you in that pressure of like, oh, it's feeling good. I am really good. I'm very positive. Everything is going good. I don't want to talk too much about when was the last year.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. I know, and but one thing I think that's amazing, and it's one of the reasons why I have so much admiration for you and everything you do, and I feel like and you could probably attest to this, is that I'm not involved in the running community. I don't run that often. I do like my 5Ks, which is what I want to do, but I have somehow just purely through the love of the psychology behind endurance sports, have come into cross paths with so many endurance athletes like yourself and stuff like that. And one thing I always say, or one thing I always know, that what stems from the endurance is there always is an element of trauma that is turned into power. And it's one thing that I think is so cool. And it's one thing I said this when I interviewed Chris, and I'll say the same thing to you, is one thing that I think is amazing is your kids are going to grow up one day, and your daughter's going to grow up, see all the insane stuff, all the insane feats that you've done in honor of her and epilepsy and supporting families with epilepsy. Bro, she's going to think you're so cool. There's no, I know that seems silly, but that I know for a fact that means so fucking much to you, because I know that would mean so much to me, knowing that your kids are going to grow up, they're going to see something that you've done and go, holy shit, Dad, did you do that for me? And you can be like, hell yeah, I did that for you. I did that for you, and I did that for everybody who's been through the same situation as you. And mate, that's fucking awesome. That is such a cool thing to say that you can do. And the other cool thing about it is you're not just doing something random. You're doing something that 99% of the population can't do. So your newest thing that you're doing, you're running from Canberra to Sydney, or is it vice versa?
Sydney to Canberra.
Sydney to Canberra. And that's 200 and something. How many Ks?
325 Ks.
Fucking hell, dude. And you are running that.
Yep.
Just with your legs.
Just with my legs.
Dude.
My legs and my mind.
That is insane to do, man. So obviously I don't need to ask what stemmed the idea of doing this, because I know why you're doing this. One, you're doing it for your daughter, but two, because endurance athletes are crazy and they love doing crazy things, which I love. But this one means a lot to you, right? This is a big one for you, because I guess you're not just running for your daughter, you're running for other families.
That's right.
And have you met, being in, I guess I say the epilepsy community, but I'm assuming you've probably met a lot of parents who are in the same boat how does that fuel you? Because I know for a fact, if I was, not saying that, if I was in the situation where I saw someone doing something like this for something that's so close to my own heart, I would think you're a superhero. Do you feel that when you talk to other people that are in that community? You're like, hey, I'm doing this, and they're like, mate, you're crazy, I love it. How does it feel? It must feel cool, dude.
I don't know how they feel.
Yeah, okay.
It's hard to be I don't know, I just being humble.
Yeah, I get that vibe about you. You have a very humble, I guess it sounds silly, but you have a very humble aura about you. I feel like you know what you're doing, but you're it just has to be done. That's what, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah. I feel weird when people are oh, you're amazing, you're doing this, and I was yeah,
I'm not that good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that good. So that's the first thing, and then also it's yes, I really enjoy it too. I that helped me my mental health. That helped me my state of being able to help others. That feel me be able to do amazing things, so the epilepsy community can be seen. It's not just about me. I never done anything about myself. I do I go into races for myself because I'm gonna go and have fun.
Yeah,
type of fun.
Yeah, it's your type of fun.
Yes. But most of the time it's okay, how can connect this with epilepsy community so more people can see it?
Yeah,
more people
amazing.
can follow us. More people can donate to our cause. More people can be involved in what we're doing. People with more try to include more epilepsy people. The idea now that we have is running to parliament is because there is an requirement So this inquiry, we're gonna make a submission and bring all the voices and all the stories that we get from our community to the parliament.
That's amazing.
So it's not just about the run. The run is like, oh yeah, cool, we could fly there.
Yeah,
you know. But it's the impact that we could create by this run, by this amazing thing to be like 7 days running.
Yeah.
To get to a parliament and submit.
Like, it's almost like a pilgrimage in a way. Yeah. Like you're working towards. You'll have people, because I know like there'll be people that are supporting you along the way too. It's almost like a lead up to you, because you just mentioned then like you could fly there, but I don't think that would have not nearly as much impact as you literally running to the foot of Parliament. It's incredible,
and it's like how I put it in perspective is what we not able. That's another word. Like what we aim to do to be seen.
Yeah.
What we aim to do to make an impact. What we aim to do to the government listen our struggles.
Yeah.
To be able to go to the government and say, hey, this is what we did. You know, this is mean more. That's just a submission.
Yeah.
Because we could do the submission online.
Yeah. It's so much better like this. It's so much more. I guess it's very punk rock, right? Yeah. Like it's very like, hey, this is what we're going to do. You better see us because this is what we're doing to get there. Like, I think that's amazing, man. And with the run, you're sort of like spearheading it yourself, but are you going to have people there like joining you on the way, or are you just going to go full solo? Or?
Well, I can't go full solo. I could.
Yeah.
But like it's really hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But no, we organize like have 2 crew members.
Yep.
One videographer that will be documentary all the way.
Amazing.
So then later we were able to use that as an asset for the foundation 1 in 25.
Absolutely. And literally tag me in it and I'll post it and stuff like that, man, for sure. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. So that's his idea. So documentary all and then release a documentary that's then we could use as well to go to school and speak about people living with epilepsy. What is behind? Like go to the corporation and talk to them what we're doing and why they need to support us or why they should support us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing running for a long time. But since we got the diagnostic in 2020, I did 31 half marathon in 31 days.
That's crazy, dude. That's hectic.
So this is not a random that's just start doing things.
Yeah,
like we start back in the day when we realized us we need to get support.
Yeah.
So we've been working with Epilepsy Queensland for a long time.
Yeah.
We did a few like 25 hours, and then in 2023, it was like a breaking point for us.
Yeah.
In a family, and it was like, we are tired.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna be tired anyway, let's do something big.
Yeah.
So that is when we launched 1 in 25.
Yeah, amazing.
So this is like pretty much connecting with everything. Yeah. And then in 2025, it's like, oh yeah, we don't doing something that big with 1 in 25.
Yeah.
We need really help with people.
Yeah.
And then we decide to fund the foundation.
Yeah. So the foundation is 1 in 25.
1 in 25 foundation.
Yeah. And then that support, obviously I'll let you explain it, but that supports essentially, it's a statistic, right? Like, yeah.
1 in 25. So 1 in 25 people in Australia have or will have epilepsy.
Which is crazy. That's like one. So I always look in, because I'm a teacher, I look in classrooms, right? That means one kid in every single class will have epilepsy. And on that, 2 years ago, I will say, I had a girl in my class who had a fit. Yeah, she started having a seizure. And I even thought about, from a teacher, where we have first aid and stuff like that. I'm just really lucky that the guy that because we were team teaching, and he teaches like PE, but he's a PT as well. So he does certificate courses. I'm very lucky that he had the training to deal exactly. And then, so when you think about it from a school sense, and I know your daughter's at school now, right? Yeah. 1 in 25 kids, or 1 in 25 people will get epilepsy. A classroom dynamic is roughly 25. I even think having this sort of like I guess the first aid nature, like emphasized on seizures for teachers, is massive too. And I think I'm someone who can really attest to the importance of that as well. I think it's not just a statistic we need to have just in the world, I guess everywhere. Like, you know, just the idea of you just raising awareness around epilepsy and just your story and stuff like that. I think labeling the I guess the movement as a statistic is fantastic. Like, it really puts things into perspective. Whatever the perspective of that person might be, seeing it laid out in numbers is a fantastic idea. So I think that was a great idea from you guys, like coming in like that.
Yeah. That coming from meeting with one of my bosses.
Oh, really? Yeah, there you go. That's even better then. That's
so
better.
it was like we were talking. Would be the name? Because I explained what we want to do and all the stuff, and he was like, "What about 1 in 25?" I was like, "That's it."
Yeah,
that's the
hell
name.
yeah.
Like,
it even looks good. I was like looking at all your merch. I was like, that's mad. I love that, dude.
Yeah, so,
and it's very easy to remember too.
Yeah, 1 in 25.
Exactly. And I mean, just out of curiosity for me too, with like obviously your daughter she's in this is her second year of school.
Yes. So she went prep last year and now year 1.
Yeah. What was that sort of like process like about? Did you sort of like look for a school that you knew, or did you sort of just go, okay, we're gonna manage this ourselves as long as we like communicate with the teacher? And mate, what was that process like? Because I can imagine being a parent, sending your kid to school is already really nerve-wracking. For you sending your daughter to school, I can only imagine how was that process?
So first, we are so lucky.
Yep.
With her daycare. We're going to start from the
Amazing.
beginning.
Yep.
So she's been in daycare since she's 1.
Yeah.
So as soon as we went to daycare, we saw the daycare before she had the first seizure.
Yep.
And we love it. And, this is the great care.
Amazing when you get a good one. Hey,
yeah,
like you just like, thank God.
Yeah. And she's still going there like for vacation care. She's still going there for after school.
Yeah.
So then when the day that she's gonna start it, we went back and say, hey, she have a few seizures. She doesn't have the diagnostic, but she have a few seizures.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is. This is what happened. She has, at that time was like 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we will prepare for that.
Yeah.
They went to Epilepsy Queensland. Epilepsy Queensland provide the training for.
That's unreal.
So they buy the budget.
Okay.
So we don't have to pay anything.
That's amazing.
Say that. That is why I say we are so lucky, because I heard so many stories of daycare say, we don't have budget for that.
Yeah.
You have to pay. Family have to pay for our teachers train.
And you think about it, right? And I have this gripe fucking all the time with childcare, because I know like our childcare educators are amazing, right? But I also know they don't get paid enough. And what they get paid versus what I pay for childcare, I sit there and I'm like, how this doesn't make any logical sense. How are these people not getting paid more? And how is it that they can't cover things when we pay this much fucking money to have that irks me so much. And I know it is not the childcare educators.
It's the system.
It's the fucking system. It's not that. And I know they have to deal with it because they're the front, right? They're the ones that have to deal with the parent interactions. But I know for a fact that somewhere along the line, something's not going right. You know what I mean? And I think this is 100% one of those examples. Like, how can you put it on a parent to say, hey, you got to pay for our training so that we can deal with your kid? Like, what the fuck is that? That is insane. Anyway.
So, anywho, they do everything.
Yeah.
And they happy to have Sophie there.
Incredible.
So all the educators went train.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. And even that said that our daycare just donate for this project as well. They donate $1,000 for our project.
That's incredible.
You know, it's not just about what they did.
Yeah.
It's the continual
relationship
with them.
That's amazing.
And my youngest one is in the same daycare. Like, we just love them.
That's fantastic.
You know, we just love them. They are being incredible with us.
Yeah.
So then, now we're gonna do the transition to the school.
Yeah.
So that is when stuff got tricky. anxious.
I can only imagine.
Like, okay, cool. We have this amazing daycare. Like now we're going to somewhere else that's we don't know.
Yeah. Plus more kids, like, things like that.
Playground.
Yeah.
There's no teacher around. They go by themselves. They like we think about bullying.
Yeah.
We think about like all that.
Oh, mate, it's so much. Yeah, dude. There's so many things that creep up on you.
So, and my daughter have, how to say, she's a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So she is not running properly. Like she's slower than the team. So when you see cross country and she's the last one, you're like,
I know where you're coming from. I'm my daughter's soccer coach, and I can already see. I'm like, I don't think soccer is going to be my daughter's thing. And in your head, you're like, fuck, that was my thing though, dude. Come on. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So like, you feel like all the kids is gonna laugh ahead, and you get on that sense.
Yeah.
Like you always worry about stuff.
Brother, I get you so much. I literally in my last podcast, I cried, bro. I cried because I realized when I dropped my daughter Summer off. I'm gonna fucking try not to get emotional. I don't know what it is about my youngest, but she always gets me emotional. And I worked out she has like a little group of friends, and dude, I got in the car and cried because I was so happy. Because literally, you just want your kid to like. I don't know. Yeah. That you just want you just want other people to love your kid as much as you love them or see them for the way you do. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, and then it was a lot of paperwork. Thousands of meetings with the school, what they can do, what they can provide, what they're not able to, what we have to provide, and all that type of things to try to put in place safe space for Sophie.
Yeah.
So she's year one. She's not reading. She's not writing. She like struggle to pay attention at school.
Yeah.
Like, but say that she's thriving very well.
For
her diagnostic and the label, the condition like Dravet syndrome, like she's doing really good.
I feel like the metrics for you, the comparison shouldn't even exist. Like what your daughter's been through, man, and what you've been through. I don't even think you should even worry about like, you have more important things to worry about, whether they can say a word or something, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But yeah, like this is one thing, like we know one, like the condition define her.
Yeah.
But define the power that we can have to get a change.
Yeah.
Like we not putting any expectation on her. We not comparing with the other generic public kid. We just like she's do what she's doing and she's capable to do, and she's an amazing kid.
That's
and
amazing.
we're so proud of her.
Yeah,
like it's stuff, but say that we are so worried for the future when we're not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
what you mean,
that is something in perspective that I am so worried about it. Like that is wake me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And those things
those gonna happen.
Those thoughts don't just go away either. Like you can work on that, but you're always gonna have that feeling. And I think it's very normal to have that feeling too. Like I think for you not to feel that feeling is doing a disservice to yourself. Like I think that's an important feeling to sort of feel the whole way. Do you do like psychology or anything like that based around it? Or do you because I know, do you still talk to your mum a lot about the ground? Like, because it seems like she's sort of very switched on in that regard. Like how has your mum sort of been in this whole process? Has she been does she still live in Venezuela or? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's tricky. It's really hard. We talk, but I just run.
Yeah, dude. That's so sick.
Yeah, I know the psychology. I know, like, I just talk a lot with my wife.
Yeah.
We have big, deep conversation. We cry. Like, this, putting in perspective, like the statistic of people, of families with a disability, with a kid with disability, breaking is 80%.
Yeah, it's extremely high, and I don't think it's at fault of the people at times.
It's stress.
It's just stress.
It's stress.
Yeah, you're playing a different game, man. You're playing a completely different game.
It's like, imagine like all the stresses a normal family can have.
Yeah.
And you're adding an extra strap on top. I can't even hit an ambulance.
Yeah.
If I see like this is stupid, but this is so true. If I go for a run from my house, running, and now it's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But if I go and run from my house and I see an ambulance pass, you just turn and you like hold your breath for a little bit, and then you like waiting you get a call, and it's not us. Okay, cool. I can keep running.
Dude, that's great, because I wouldn't have that thought, and that's something that you literally have to deal with all. That's crazy, man.
Like we live in a place that's we are close to daycare, the school, and my work.
Yeah.
We like really close, like 5Ks around.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So, but if I driving from work, like driving work to the house, and an ambulance pass me, worry.
Yeah, far out.
And it's like now it's a little bit better because it's not as often. But before it was 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, far out.
Before it was like even running 20 minutes, 20Ks from my house, see an ambulance, stress out.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Or when you like work or doing anything and you just, because we have this technique of, okay, we don't want to stress out the other one.
Yep.
But we just one sentence.
Yeah, I get what you. So like, if you're at work and something's going on, your wife will like, yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
And then you're like, pop. See ya. Hey boys, I have to go.
Yeah. But does your worker be really?
Yeah.
Like, so that's so good that they're supportive like that.
It's like I just say, hey boys, I have to go. Sophie, have a see ya. And just walk out. And then as soon as solving all the issues, everything, go back, stay an extra hour, and everything is like as soon as the job is done, there's no issues.
Do you feel like you almost have to, like you and your wife, you almost take the emotion out of, I guess, because like you said there, like the one word, right? But getting one word when you're experienced in it is probably better than getting the whole, like, I don't know what to do, like what's going on. She said, like, I feel like that you guys keeping it, I guess, almost like you said, removing the emotion to go, this is the job that needs to be done. Whether we feel sad, angry, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is what we're doing now. I feel like you guys being on the same page with that is actually taking a lot of stress off your relationship too, because it feels like in those moments you don't have to calm your wife down or vice versa, because it's just, this is what's happening. This is what we're doing. Whatever's going on, that's just the way it is. You know, I feel like that's like,
yes.
You know?
So for us is we have a job that is stop the seizure.
Yeah.
Right. So one usually is me. Stay with her. Try to make her to breathe. Talk to her like breathe.
Yeah.
You're here with us. Breathe. Keep breathing. She get the medicine, or I can go and get the medicine when she's calling the ambulance.
Yep.
And then whoever is there give the medicine, and it's like a job.
Yep.
And then top of that, we have Bronte.
That's right. You gotta have the other kids.
Yes. Yeah. And that is when we knew that we have Bronte. When my wife was pregnant for Bronte, it's like, fuck.
One of us is gonna have to take the kid, right?
So stressed.
Yeah.
Like we need to do tests because we don't know if she bring the gene because.
Oh, I get you. Sorry. Yep.
So it's all that. For myself, it was like, how much trauma my youngest gonna have.
Yeah.
Seeing my oldest having seizures.
Yeah.
Like all that, like in the process of my wife being pregnant, is all of that. Like we really want to bring another one. Like how this is gonna affect us. How this is gonna be. It's gonna be harder. Like how we're gonna manage if we have to go to the hospital. Who is gonna go to the hospital? Who is gonna stay with Bronte? Who is gonna manage all that stuff? If it's by ourselves, what we do, Because
so fair.
for example, not, like you're not allowed to bring a kid on the ambulance.
So like, what do we do? Especially if it's just one of you. Like, what, you know what I mean?
So if it's one of us, so Sophie go by herself.
Yeah. Which is, you don't want that. Yeah. Dude.
And the other one jump in the car
man.
with Bronte.
Yeah.
Being worried about it. And you just stress. You're like,
I realize now too, I know you posted it as a joke, but you know that the Instagram you did about what I'm doing while my wife is at home dealing with epilepsy isn't as much as that's a joke. That is such a truthful. Yeah, you can't just go out and say, "Hey, I'm running from Sydney to Canberra," and be like, "Are you good with the kids?" Like for me, for example, with this podcast, like I told my miss, I was like, "Well, I got a podcast at 8. I'll be back, around 10ish or something. Are you good with the kids?" It's like for us, it's like I think it's going to be fine. For you, it's like you're almost not, I wouldn't say risking, but there is a chance that you're going to have one parent dealing with a toddler and an epileptic fit. So there's actually there's genuine risk in like, you're not just doing it because you can and because you want to. You have to put a lot of thought in place for you to pull something like this run off. Especially with your training. Like I can only imagine when you say go for a long run, like your training is now like 2.5, 3 hours, right? Like even in those moments, like, and you can't exactly, if you're 15 to 20 kilometers away from your house and you get the text, you can't just sprint home. Like,
and that's been happening.
Yeah. And I can imagine that's probably happened, right?
Like,
what do you do in that situation? Like,
it's just, okay, cool. I'm going to
just
go
a
back.
text message, seizure. Like,
yes.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
And that's the only text I go on my phone when I'm running.
Yeah.
Because I want to be present on the moment. And then you just see, okay. I can't call her because she is calling the ambulance.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you can't really.
So yes, turn around, hoping for the best, start pray, get to the house and hoping the best.
Yeah.
But we are calm.
Yes.
She has more than 100, close to 500 seizures.
Wow. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we have experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we could manage on the way of try to control the seizures as soon as possible. So try to stop it. We're not going to the hospital as often as before.
Yeah.
But we call the ambulance because for her condition, that seizure can go steady. So it can go for a long time.
Yeah.
So if the seizure stop before the ambulance arrive, that's usually now in average it's like between 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The seizure will stop. We just check it out there at home. The paramedics check. Then we stay home.
Yeah.
And then you have all this big conversation with the paramedic. You know that is your responsibility if she have another seizure. And then all this stuff because they need to be like she recording everything. That's they told us like we recommend you to go to the hospital. Hey man, I have seen this 500 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Don't
you must be at the point where you're just like, dude, can we just not do the spiel? I get it. I get what's going on here. Like we don't need this.
And sometimes like because that when she have a seizure, she usually have a seizure in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So what happened is she have a seizure. If we stop the seizure before the paramedic come, she will sleep all through the night.
Yeah.
So we like even the seizure stop. We know. Check the seizure stop. She's asleep. Cancel the ambulance.
Yeah. Because it's very like physically exhausting for the like that I've heard that they sleep for a long time after it, right? Yeah.
They're tired.
Yeah.
But then the next day, she's full of being.
Oh yeah, because she's like full chill. Yep.
Sparkle, and you like, you just have a seizure yesterday, and you still stressed about that, and you're so happy. Hi, Dad. Good morning. And you're like, oh my little one. Yeah,
dude. It's almost good that they come out of it like that, and you almost like get to a point where you're like. I guess like seeing them in one state where they're so vulnerable and then the next day you see them and they're back, it's that feeling of like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
We dodged another bullet.
Yeah.
Like but I can also only imagine how many times you feel that way, and then you go like, "Oh my God, this is exhausting." Like this constant. I think one of the things I've been really, I guess, interested in the fact that, like, you know, it is quite like the 1 in 25 stat really hits me like big time, and the thing around it is the seizures are terrifying, right? What
Sometimes,
yeah.
because there is, I don't know how many exactly,
Yeah.
but there is so many different type of seizures.
Like the febrile convulsion, that's where you can't tell.
So
Is that
no, that is forgot the name.
because I've heard it's the one where you don't know they're having a seizure, but they are.
Oh, this is absent seizures.
Yes, that's the
So
one.
there's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
no the febrile convulsion is when
That's when there are
the-
moving.
yeah,
Okay,
the jerking.
yeah.
I forgot the name. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all good, bro. That's all good.
So yeah, and it's a lot of things that you go into as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, have you heard about SUDEP?
No, please keep going.
Okay, SUDEP is unexpected death by epilepsy.
Oh my God. Okay.
So usually happen when the people are asleep.
Yeah. Far out.
So what could happen is the people have a seizure and die unexpected.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yes. So we still go sleep with our daughter.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude, the first thing I thought of just then was like, I don't think I'd ever let my kids sleep alone.
Mm.
Like that's, mate, that is crazy.
Mm.
Do you ever, it sounds silly, okay? And I just, because like, you know, we hear about the co-sleeping thing and all that sort of stuff. Do you ever like look at that and you just think, shut the fuck up? Like when people are like, oh, like co-sleeping this, co-sleeping that, or you shouldn't. You ever just think like, shut up? Like stop. You have no idea how good you have it by not having to deal with like something like epilepsy. Do you ever get that? Like it almost angers you that people are like, because this is just me. Like for me, when I'd hear people like, no, you shouldn't co-sleep, and you're sitting there like, oh, you've got a choice. Oh, you get to, like that would piss me off big time. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I try to don't get angry about those.
And that's what I love about you. You are so chill, bro. You like, you have such an aura of just calm, which is incredible. Like that's one thing I've noticed about you just talking for the last hour. You're very calm, and even in the way that you talk about things is exceptional. Like you're a fantastic, I guess, verbal advocate for epilepsy. If that makes you feel,
thank you.
Like yeah, you should be real stoked about it because you're a fantastic person to talk to about it.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
No, that's all good, man.
So yeah, like I don't get upset about it.
Mm.
Like honestly, this is honestly,
Yeah.
I would love to have my bed for myself and my wife.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I can
But,
only imagine. Yeah,
You know, like we don't have an option.
yeah.
And say that we can't get Jongas going to sleep to the other room.
Yeah,
You know, like
no,
just
you
leave it
can't.
like it's like
Exactly.
so unfair.
I get you,
So
man.
it's
Yep.
like well.
it's both or none. That's pretty much the way it goes.
So we have like
yeah.
a big queen.
Oh,
That's just
hell
the
yeah.
bigger.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
yeah.
have a small bed
Yep.
for
yep.
Sophie. So Sophie sleep in the individual bed.
Yep.
Then go my wife. And she's always half asleep because
Yep.
she's always taking care of Sophie.
Yep.
And then Bronte, that's kicked me all night.
Yep.
And then myself.
Yep.
So it's like that's how we sleep. And when I saw that stuff, it's like because in the beginning, when we didn't know that Sophie will have seizures, she was so chill, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Oh, why she's sleeping? Yeah, she's fine."
Yeah.
And then was like, because she did have one of the medication. That was when she was like year and a half,
Yeah. Yeah.
between year and a half 4 years, talking about 3 years, two
Yeah.
and a half year. That medication, the side effect, it was insomnia.
Oh, you kidding me? That's so annoying. As if they would do that for kids. Like the one thing you don't want is a kid with insomnia.
Insomnia.
Yeah.
So that means she got to sleep like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
They still going to sleep like 9:30
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
every night.
Far out.
So she got to sleep 9 o'clock, wake up 11 or 12 a.m. and then still awake until 5, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
and sometimes all day.
Far out. That is insane. So, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's just
Nothing.
like
Nothing.
out.
And then you talk with the specialist and they say, that's a normal child behave. No, it's not.
That is definitely not how annoying.
It's not. So what we did at that point, we were taking turns. So one of us sleep a little bit, usually myself. So I'm going to bed like 10, and my wife stay awake with Sophie until 1 or 2, and then we swap.
And you guys are working full time. Well, this
Yes.
happened. Yes. So and you're training as well.
Yes.
And that is crazy, dude.
In that moment, that's just silly.
Yeah.
I did an Ironman.
You do, what do you mean?
An Ironman.
Oh yeah.
So I went and trained for that Ironman, and I did an Ironman. And I don't.
So you thought of all the times to do an Ironman, do it at that time.
Yeah, and then and for people that doesn't know what Ironman is,
it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It's 3.8 Ks swim.
Yeah.
180 Ks on the bike, and then 42.2 marathon.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think about that's exactly what I think about doing when I'm tired with my.
But yeah, we went and we have like a big chat, my wife and I, and like.
Does she do it as well?
No, that's
Oh,
myself.
okay. I was gonna say that would have been that would have been hectic.
And then later on when we reflect, we're just like, that wasn't the best time to train for that. Yeah, actually, it was a bad idea.
Do you ever think too, like, is there ever a good opportunity? Like, is there ever a good time? There's never a good time to do anything.
Never a good time.
Never. I think that's universal in so many different things. I don't think there's ever a good time to do anything that we want to do. Like, it just doesn't. It's
never a good time. Always you're gonna have a priority.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, like always it's gonna be something like, I will do it when I get $100,000.
Yeah. Or when my kids are this age, I'm gonna do it.
And it's like, man, you will find 100 excuses to don't do it if that's a matter for you.
Yeah.
But if matter for you, you will find the time, no matter how tired you are, no matter how hard it look like, you will go and do it.
I feel like that is coming into parenthood too, that's such a winner's mindset. A winner, and I'm learning because I have had the mindset of, I'll do this when this happens, or if this happens, or if that happens. The people that I know that are doing the best right now are the people that are like, there's never a good time to do this. Just do it. You know what I mean? There's never a good time to start going to the gym. Just do it now. There's never a good time to start running. Just do it now. Never a good time to start a podcast or something. Just do it now. And the amount of people I know who do well, like yourself included, everyone that having that mindset is a game changer. Like that, there's never a good time to do anything is such a great mindset to have, because it also just puts you in a place of like, whatever I do, I'm going to survive. I'm going to survive this. I'm going to beat this. You know what I mean?
And that's just like what I've been learning from the ultras.
Yeah.
That's like it's a path. You know, you're going a good path or in a bad path.
Yeah.
But that path is going to change. So you can't go too high or you can go too low. You need to be solving the problem. If you are too deep on the hole, just try to climb up.
Yeah.
Little by little. Not have to be a big goal. Just get a goal that you can achieve.
Yeah.
I'm going to run.
Small steps, right?
I'm going to run to the pole. Okay, cool. Oh, I couldn't run to the pole. Well, I will run onto the camera.
Yeah.
And then you just keep moving.
Yeah.
But I feel that always has been all my life.
Yeah.
So little backstory is when I came to Australia, I came with $4,000.
Wow. How old were you when you came?
26.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So
cool.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
So $4,000. One ticket.
Yeah.
One ticket.
Just here and let's make it work. Pretty much.
One ticket.
Yeah.
6 months in, struggle.
Yeah.
Spend all the money, no money left, nothing.
Yeah.
One day I called my mom. Oh, mom. Talk to her, like, don't try to worry her.
Yeah.
Um, and she was like, well, but if you're struggling too much, just come back.
In other words, you should just quit. Just,
yes,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Mom, this is what my answer. And I always remember because it was like, Mom, when I save $2,000 to buy a ticket to go back, I will be all right.
Yeah, exactly right. That's such a good point. Yeah, by the time you get to that point, you're probably going to be like, man, I could probably stay. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's so true.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, it's like I was struggling to pay rent. I was struggling to pay all the stuff. Like, I need to keep paying until I save the $2,000 to go back.
Yeah, so you may as well stick it out, right? Make it work.
When you save $2,000, you will be all right.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know, because you have to put in all what you earn, putting away.
Yeah.
So you will be able to get a ticket.
Yeah. So by the time, yeah, exactly right, man. So you pretty much got there. What did your mum say when you called and you were like, hey, just so you know, I'm all good now? Like, what did your mum say?
Oh, she was happy.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything. Everything was like coming up in place. And then I met my wife.
Yeah.
Then we started getting better. Then like, hey, Mom, this is my wife.
Wow,
and then
that's
we
cool.
Now we have, this is your granddaughters.
That's
so it
epic,
was like
bro.
the best decision ever.
Has your mum been out here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she love it?
Yeah, she loved it.
Yeah, that's mad. That's so cool. How was it? How was it for her meeting her grandkids?
It was hard.
Yeah.
She was so worried.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Okay.
because how I said before, we never have any experience with epilepsy.
Yeah.
So she was very concerned of being with the granddaughters by herself.
Yeah.
And my little one was a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was like really tough.
Yeah, it was hectic time.
Yeah,
too.
and it was like really hard as well on the way of Sophie was having a lot of seizures a week. She wasn't sleeping. So everybody was stressed at home. Like, you want to be nice with your mom. You want to be like, show your mom that you're okay.
Like a happy family and things like that. Yeah.
You're not.
I know what you mean.
So it's like, it was like really tricky on that sense, but she loved it. And like she loved the girls. Like,
that's amazing.
The girls are the best. And like, I am so grateful that I have my wife and we built this family together, because like, it's so cool to have somebody next to you that you have those crazy goals. And she was like, yes, let's go and get
that's
it.
amazing, man. That's my fiance and I have the same thing. I feel like when you find that in another person, like it's fucking awesome, dude. Like, it really is, to have somebody that when you come to them with an idea, instead of being like, I don't think we could do that, just being like, okay, yeah, we'll find a way to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I get that with Kia, my partner, so much. And once again, it's another thing that I see when there's people who are doing well. That's something, once again, that people who are doing well have in common. Like, they always have great relationships with their wife, and they're very supported by. When you're supported at home and you don't have to find support elsewhere, you're like unstoppable. Like, I feel like when you get the support you need from your family and you're just like, I don't need support from others, I'm going to do it anyway. That's like true freedom in my opinion. Like, that's so sick.
Yeah, you don't need validation for the outside.
Nah.
If you have the validation inside of your house, and of course, always making a plan and like do stuff smart.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
It's like, oh, we're gonna.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like, it's really, really powerful to have somebody supporting you that you can go and cry with her. You can go on like, it was a hard day today. Okay, cool. Let's try to, like, I will take control of the kid.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
It's so cool, man. You have that reciprocation as well, and even just like communicating and knowing that, you know, they feel the same and they're on the same wavelength is the best, man. I think that's the best way to be. In terms of this next run, man, because I'm conscious of time. Obviously, we've been going for a while, but this next run is, would you say it's probably your biggest event, like in terms of like the meaning it has behind it?
Yes.
Because I feel like it really is massive. And do you want to, before we sort of finish up, do you want to go through what the reason is why you're sort of doing this. I know you've touched on it briefly before, but you're running to Parliament, you're sort of saying you're carrying the voices of other families. I think it's incredible, man. But yeah, what's the sort of go for the next run?
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely, it's the biggest event that I'm gonna do for now. So the idea is start in Sydney Opera House on the 8th, sorry. Arrive to the Parliament on the 14th. So the idea is to run 50Ks every day, and the last day 25Ks.
Yeah.
So that we're representing the 1 in 25.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's mad.
So we can do the submission in person, and I will be carrying all the story of people living with epilepsy.
That's amazing.
The goal is to bring attention, all eyes on the epilepsy. So, of course, we're gonna document everything there, then keep raising awareness with the doco.
Yep.
So yeah, it's massive. We already have a few brands, companies on board, but we're still looking more support.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of stuff that's we
absolutely a lot of moving parts too. Like a lot of people don't realize, like, these runs where you run from a place to place, it's not just like you. Like, there's a lot of like safety stuff, a lot of different things involved with the whole process.
Yeah, it's a team sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
So our goal is get brands and companies on board as well. So that way we can make this happen and get the support as well. And supporting epilepsy families. So it will be massive. We just we need 2 crew members. That's we already have it.
Yep.
We're looking for try to get a motorhome as well.
Okay, cool.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
It could
yeah.
It could be any, like, if somebody donate a motorhome or the cash to pay for the motorhome.
Yeah, if anyone's out there, any companies, and I'm going to obviously put a whole bunch of stuff because I'm going to release this on Tuesday. So it'll be like pretty quick release. But yeah, I'll put stuff up on my socials and everything. See if we can get some eyes on it as well, man. Because I'm really keen to get behind it as much as I can as well. Because I think it's an amazing thing, and I think you're doing incredible things. Just like as a dad as well, man. I think that's phenomenal. Thank you. I'm super keen to get behind it, man. But if anyone wants to follow your journey and anything like that, do you have any sort of shout outs that you can put out there that I can sort of put in the show notes as well that people can get around? Yeah.
So we're going to post everything on my social. Rafael Garcia, Rafa GN11.
Yeah, I'll tag it. I tagged it yesterday as well, man. No, don't stress, brother. I don't even know mine sometimes. It's crazy, eh?
And the other way to support is like follow 1in25.co.
Amazing.
That is our foundation page where we release all the events, all the merch, everything. We're going to do a merch as well for this project as well.
Yep.
So the project name is All Eyes on Epilepsy.
Yep.
So that's what we want to build and try to make it possible. Super excited. We already have somebody politician.
Yep.
That will receive, and he's behind us. So it's
amazing.
Really cool.
That's awesome, dude.
So yeah, it's a really good connection. We're still waiting for a few brands jump aboard.
Yep. Perfect.
Excited.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah. I'll make sure, like I said, I'm going to put it all over my socials and hopefully we get some eyes on it, man. But I can't wait for it, man. If anyone's in Sydney on the 8th, what time are you dropping off? What time are you jumping off? 5 a.m. 5 a.m.
So the goal is to start like 5 to 5:30.
Yep, perfect.
Just run about 7-8 hours a day.
Yep.
And then dress, put in whatever we have to put in work
out
because we have to keep working on the stuff as well.
Yeah,
the content and everything.
Which is crazy, man. Like that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, and then the next day again where we
stop.
Away.
50Ks
up until we arrive to the Parliament.
That's amazing, dude. I can't wait to follow along, man. I think it's gonna be incredible. And dude, I'm so just stoked that we could sit down today and chat for like an hour and a half just about everything, just about, your journey, your story, your daughter's story, and then some of the amazing stuff you're doing. now, man. I can't wait. And honestly, man, from a point of just like, you know, personally, seeing your stuff, talking to you, and I guess building a connection now with you as well, man. You're doing such amazing stuff. Like your attitude, your persona, the way you carry yourself, your calmness. Like, mate, your daughters have an exceptional dad. So, man, like you should be really proud of yourself. Everything you've been through, everything you've done, the way you articulate it, mate. It's been an absolute honor to sit down with you, and I really appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it too. Thank you for your kind words. Like sometimes you feel I do enough.
Yeah. Mate, you do enough. You do more than enough, brother. And you should be very proud, mate.
It's really hard to feel, oh, I do enough job. Like I'm doing a good job. You're always questioning yourself.
Yeah.
And bring you down. But if you have people behind you, that is what matters.
100%, man. I love it, brother. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate all the ears. If you want to get in touch with the podcast, at CoolDadCollective _ on Instagram, or at CoolDadCollective everywhere else. Or if you want to email, CoolDadCollective@hotmail.com. I will be posting everything that Raf spoke about today in the show notes, everything to do with 1 in 25. And of course, I'll make sure I post some stuff around the actual run and when it's happening. And I'll be posting it all over my social media when it actually starts too, man. So I can't wait, brother. Good luck for it, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your week. Have a great time. And yeah, you know what it is, guys. Peace.